The legal strategies here, a little more in-depth, likely what is working and not working with the jurors. Cheryl Bader is an associate professor of criminal law at the Fordham Law School here in New York. And Cheryl, this is a tricky kind of part for the defense because they want to prove that their client is innocent, but we've entered a new era here in America with the Me Too era. How do they prove their case without offending the jurors and without saying all these women are lying, or do they have to prove that?
That's a good question. So they want jurors to look at this case as a pay-to-play case, that these particular women were willing to sleep their way to the top. They wanted to see their name on the marquee, and they were going to jump in bed with Harvey Weinstein if they had to hold their nose to do it. They wanted that fame. So they're looking at this as completely consensual, and they have to establish that these women were lying about what they're saying now.
You know, the prosecution had the main witnesses, then they brought in other women as well who corroborated stories or had similar stories as the women who are bringing the criminal charges. There was some graphic testimony, especially about Harvey Weinstein's body. There seems to be a lot of evidence there, but this case is far from over, correct?
Right. So we saw a lot of graphic testimony about his genitalia, about the force, and the prosecution does have to show that there was what's called forcible compulsion, so that he either physically forced these women or there was a threat of physical injury. And, you know, we've seen a lot of dramatic testimony. The defense has been attacking the credibility of these witnesses, which is what they need to do, saying they were reluctant to come forward. They had continued contact with Harvey Weinstein. They sent him emails and texts saying, you know, how affectionate they feel toward him, that they want premiere tickets. And the defense is going to come out strong and say, this alone is a reasonable doubt, that if this guy was a monster who raped you, why would you have continued contact with him?
You know, Harvey Weinstein, before the trial started, we saw him at movie premieres, red carpets, standing up, a big man, no doubt, and now he's in a walker, appearing in a frail state. How does that play to the jurors?
Right. So the defense is trying to juxtapose, right, this sense of him as this hulking figure who forced these women just with his physical force as well as his sort of emotional bullying. And now we see him with this walker as a frail man, and there's really this contrast. But if the jury thinks that he is overselling this and manipulating them, then I think that it will damage his case.
You know, we know the deputy district attorney, according to our reporting for L.A., has also been in the courthouse because there's another case coming up. Well, essentially, what is this DA doing? Are they basically collecting notes, homework, getting ready to prepare their case?
Sure, right. This case is going to be very similar to the LA case. In fact, a lot of the witnesses are the same witnesses that are going to testify. So hearing that testimony, seeing where the potential areas for cross-examination are, is going to be helpful for them in preparing their case. And of course, if Harvey Weinstein does choose to testify, and I'm sure his attorneys will counsel him not to, then they'll be able to use that testimony on their case in LA.
All right, Cheryl, thanks so much for your legal insight. We really do appreciate it. Again, Cheryl Bader, a law professor at Fordham University.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.